There were about 10 of us, and we clambered up the hill. We walked, we straggled, we clambered up the hill, still eager to find out what it was all about. Went through a hole in the hedge on the right, and there, to our amazement, was this bomber. It was huge, it was vast, painted white and blue, sky blue and white. There were 4 great engines.
It was just so big. It was massive. You couldn't imagine that it would take off and get up into the air. You know, you sort of think, oh, that one will never fly. How did it get in here? That was, I think, sort of awesome would be the word they use these days.
When we were younger, of course, we used to go up and watch them land in and take off. And well, quite a dangerous position we were in, really.
We used to stand on the hedge and wave to them. I mean, they used to come in so low, the kids, we never used to worry about that. Stand on them, and if they were all right, they would wave back to us, you know.
They'd come in towards you, and we stand on the hedge, and very often they seem to be below us, you know, the usually B-24s. They come in towards you, it's fairly quiet, and then, of course, they go over your hedge, all the grass and everything would flatten with a airstream. The sun would be blocked out.
To see 4, 5, 6 Liberators taking off down the central runway with a great roar and the smoke and the engines thrashing as they lifted off was something to a child remarkable. It was wonderful.
We was going up Abbey Road one day, and Mrs. Driver's daughter Nora was pushing a pram with her little girl in it, and they came in so low that Nora let go of the pram, and the pram went in and into the hedge, and she screamed and laid flat on the floor. It didn't matter about the baby in the pram, because they were really scary, those planes, you know, really big planes coming just over the top of the hedges.
And of course, the Americans were operating 24 hours a day. You know, they were flying usually one or 2 aircraft at a time took off. Then they also continued during the night as well.
We didn't take any notice of the aircraft because it was always coming in and going out, you know.
When the day came when we were finally invited to go aboard, none of us could pull ourselves up into the aircraft. A hand would reach down out of the belly of the aircraft through the forward hatch and grab us and heave us up into the aircraft itself, and we found ourselves below and behind the cockpit area. And of course we all sat in the pilot's seat, we all sat in the second pilot's seat, we all looked and saw where the navigator sat and where the bomb aimer sat. We were very interested in the guns and the ammunition and the armament of the aircraft and how it defended itself. But the Americans said it's not all that fun, not all that fun. And they lifted us up so we could see through the sights. And they said they came by so fast you could hardly ever hit them.
2 overshot this runway up at the Abbey Road. One absolutely blocked the road.
I remember coming along once, and there was this, looked like a house was built across the road. Don't forget, we're only children, and you didn't really understand how big aircraft were. And it was like a house built across the road.
The road was blocked from Dunkeswell Abbey, from Dunkeswell, so we all went up there to see it, so they had to cut it up to get it moved, to get the road out of the way, but it was closed while they got the injured out.
I remember the children saying, there's a plane down in the Abbey Road. So all the children went running up. And there was nobody to guard it or anything, and we were able to go inside the plane and run up and down it, and it was like a big toy to us.
And then they gave us spanners and screwdrivers, and they said, look, there's a plane over there, it's scrap, it's finished, it's not going to fly again. We've been taking parts off it for weeks. Help yourself, lads, it's all yours. So over we went, and I can remember working, we were really interested in the luminous instruments from the instrument panel, because back in the dormitory in our school, these would appear to glow. We had bomb aiming equipment, we had huge magnifying glasses, we had bullets by the score, shells by the score, all these things that came from the Americans. It was absolutely thrilling. So every spare moment we had, we were up there